welcome back to another episode of Can It Street. And last time I told you I had to get rid of my Ricoh GR1S. I had to return that and buy a different camera instead. And it's right in here in my Aki Saki. I can just pull it out. Jadan! Contax G1. Hi everyone, welcome back to another episode of Can It Street. As you can see, I got the tier list with me right here. And we will get to the tier list for the Contax G1. We will see where that camera lands. As you can see, we got the Ricoh GR1S and the Nikon Z8. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. This is kind of a good series to watch all of the videos because then you will get a greater sense for cameras that can street and the psychology behind a camera that can street or cannot, in my biased opinion, exclusively in my biased opinion. Remember, your opinion doesn't matter on this list. Only my opinion does. Your opinion can matter in the comments. So drop me a comment. But first, watch this video, see what's up with this camera, the Contax G1 and G2. Thanks to my friend Johnny. Hope you guys enjoy. See you again at the end of the video to see where the ranking happens here with this camera. All right, bye-bye. I got a Contax G1 and the 28mm f2.8. I also got the 45 f2 and a 90 f2.8, all for a really good deal. Aki Saki. Let me do it again so you can see here the reveal. I just put it inside like that. Just like that, right? And then you close it up in the back like that. And you're chilling, you walk around, you know, you see something cool, and then shoot. And then you can bring this down to your body like that. So it just kind of rests right there, and then you can shoot. We got Johnny here also.
Hello.
He also has a Contax.
But mine is the G2. I've got a 2.8 on this today. So I've had this for a while. It's a beautiful camera. To be honest, I don't actually use it that much because I prefer shooting with my Leicas on the street. But we thought it'd be kind of cool to compare and contrast these two.
Which one can street better?
Yeah, which one? I think this one.
Really?
No, this one.
Obviously.
I guess
the more expensive one.
I think him. This camera's better. that's what I'm going with.
I think, yeah, this is so much more expensive, and I really wanted the G2, but the price difference is massive.
Can't afford it.
I can't afford it.
Yeah, I actually bought. I got it through a good deal, like maybe 3 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
With the same 3 lenses.
Right. Back then it was much cheaper. Now it's way expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive. And for those that don't know, these are kind of premium when they came out. I guess rangefinder style. I say that a bit loosely because they're nothing like a rangefinder.
They're not a real rangefinder.
No. Automatic, sort of removable lens, point and shoot.
Yeah, they're like a very high controllable point and shoot. And that's why I got it, because I liked the automatic nature of point and shoots, but I wanted more control. Yeah, so we'll talk about that.
You know what, actually, if you got is yours a green label?
Yes, green label G1, nice. ROM. Nice. Mine's updated, so I have all the lenses supportable.
Yeah. That's good, man.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Even better.
When you buy a G1, then you want to make sure it's the silver or the green label. Mine's the green label, inside it's green. And that means you can use all of the lenses that Contax made for it. But if it's the silver label, you can only use the 28, the 45, and the 90.
Yeah. And then there's additional like a 21, 35.
21, 35.
Is there like
16.
Yeah.
Are we good to go?
Yeah, I'm good to go, man.
Yeah, that's the easy thing with these automatic cameras.
2 Pikachus walking up.
Oh, perfect.
I'm not even turned on.
That's another day in Japan.
Yeah, standard. Alex is hunting, look at him. The wild Alex out in his natural environment, spotted, hunting.
The delay is massive. The delay is massive with this. so you really have to have time to shoot with this camera. It's not great at crosswalk street photography, I'll tell you that.
This is a great spot for street photography in this area because it gets a really nice amount of sun straight down here.
This camera is good for standing still and taking the shot, not for on the move shooting.
This is more for speed, just run and...
The G1 is a camera you want to take your time with. So if you're a more slow-paced, methodical street photographer, the G1 will be okay. You still should get the G2 if you can afford it. But if you're a more slow-paced street photographer,
just get a
G1's
Leica.
okay.
Don't bother with this.
So I actually got the G1 because I wanted to force myself to slow down. I
got this because I just wanted to show off.
Yeah. When I shoot with my Leica M6, then I'm too fast. I shoot, I blow through rolls. But with this camera, I have to take my time because I have to wait for the autofocus to engage, to kick in, which is why I got it. I got it to slow myself down, actually. Which you think autofocus, speed up. No, opposite.
I'm just not a fan of autofocus. I'm not, I think with manual focusing, and these are terrible for manual focus. And you can set it to manual focus, but there's actually no focus ring here. In order to do that, you use this dial, and it's incredibly slow and it's incredibly frustrating to use. It's definitely not designed for manual. And the autofocus, every time you press the shutter, it goes from infinity to focus, and then takes the photo, and then back resets. This does have a focus lock on the back, almost like a back button focus, but again, it's just not as quick. And the only way you know it's in focus is that, and you're not going to be able to see this, is that at the bottom is a little gauge with a distance scale. So you have to just make sure that it's actually hit the, it says, so here if I focus there, it says it's about 3 meters that I just focused on, And sometimes it doesn't say anything, in which case it's not focused.
All right. I don't want to waste my film shooting fast-paced scenarios with this camera. You can do manual focus with this too.
So yours is, the difference is your manual focus is here on the top.
Yeah, my manual focus is here.
So that's your, that's kind of good because you can see the distance scale.
Exactly, there's distance
Actually,
scale.
I think that's better because this one you've got it here.
Yeah.
And you use the scale in the viewfinder, which is kind of sucks.
The one thing about this knob here is that it's so easy to bump. So yeah, you can do manual focus, but I want to tape it down. So like I want to set it to like 1.5 meters, right, f8, and then put some tape to tape it down so it doesn't move. And then it's a point and shoot. And that's a proper point and shoot at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess that's the way to speed up the camera, is to keep it in manual focus, zone focus,
Yeah.
and put some tape on the
Treat
dial.
it like a rangefinder. They sell it as
Right.
a rangefinder.
Right.
Treat it like, because like cosmetically,
the body's slightly bigger.
like
right?
yeah, to the kind of untrained eye, most people probably wouldn't know. They look kind of the same camera, apart from obviously this had the dial on the front.
I got the data back on mine,
What's that?
so I can put the date of the photo on the film.
Oh,
Yeah.
why do people do that?
Yeah.
That looks whack.
I don't do it.
Well, this goes to 4,000 for the second. What's
Yeah.
yours?
Oh yeah,
Maximum speed?
2,000.
2,000's on this one.
4,000
4,000's on this one.
So this is going to be better for daylight portraits.
Yeah. This has continuous shot speed. I think it's like 4 frames a second.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
this is 2.
This also does drive mode here. So I'm not going to blow through my film testing that out for you guys, but it does do continuous. It does multi-exposure.
Yeah, so it's basically what you've got here is condensed
Right
here
there,
on this one.
yeah.
So you've got single shot, continuous low, continuous high, timer, and the multi-exposure. I had mine accidentally on the multi-exposure once, and it totally messed me up. Like I thought it wasn't working. Like it's just it totally messed up the camera. And the problem with these, it's like because they're old and the cameras like this is always a worry. If it breaks, like it's dead.
That's it.
Like, it's got this.
It's done. That's why I got the cheaper one also, because if this one breaks, this only cost me a few $100.
Did it?
The body, yeah. The body only cost me a few $100. So if it breaks, then whatever. I'll just get a new one. The body's titanium.
Yeah.
Titanium build.
I love. You know, I have the
Premium.
I have the Fujifilm TX1, which is basically that Hasselblad X pack. You know,
Yeah.
it's a Hasselblad X pack.
I'll do an episode for that later. Let's go over here, because this camera, the G1, does best in slow scenarios like this. Over here you can see there's not much busy action going on. So if you're more of a like environmental, like an urban landscape kind of street photographer, then just get this, get the G1. But if you're shooting people, get the G2. If you're doing portraits, street portraits, both cameras fine. I miss that for sure. I love catching people like running through a crowd.
Yeah.
They're trying to get by everybody, you know.
Usually they're running away from him.
I pressed the shutter down really quickly, right? Did not fire. Did not fire. It's actually helpful for me.
Saves your film.
Saves my film. Okay, so now Johnny's letting me use his G2 to finish off the roll inside here. So I'm going to have some impressions about the G2 and where this ranks as well. Okay everyone, so here we are, Contax G1, Contax G2. What did I think? Honestly, very cool cameras, very, very cool. Obviously you can see from the video, I wanted this camera to be a camera I can slow down with. But the reality is that I was using it at times for fast-paced street photography. You know, candid street photography. And of course I do candid street photography. You can see that from my work very much. And of course I do street portraits as well. So this is a camera that would fulfill half of my needs, but not all of my needs. And that's really what it comes down to. This is a camera that I envisioned myself wanting to use for specific purposes. But the reality is that when you're on the street and life is going by and you see different people, subjects, right? Situations. You kind of want a camera that's going to fit all of the situations that you're going to find yourself in, right? And this is what the Contax G1 and G2 couldn't really provide for me. That's because this is a camera that, you know, can provide some conveniences with the automation, which is what I wanted. I wanted a camera that could give me some automatic features. But at the end of the day, the autofocus just wasn't there. You know, I know that some other people out there who have this camera will probably disagree, and they're shooting different subjects. They're shooting different things, I bet, right? Like if you're a car photographer or a model photographer, like a portrait photographer, right? And you're having these kind of sessions, these kind of days and situations, well, then the Contax is going to be fine for you, but I'm not that person. And this is not that list, to be fair with. So the Contax G1, cool looking camera, makes me feel cool when I hold it, but when I shoot it, I don't feel so cool anymore. So I can't give it an A like the Ricoh GR1S because it doesn't have like a snap focus feature. You know, it has manual focus, but it's a little bit flimsy. It's not stuck at a particular range. You have to tape it down, you know, if you want to keep it stuck somewhere so you don't bump it. But yeah, I can't rank it as an A. My feeling is it's like a C or a B. You know what? I'm going to give the G2 a B. I'm going to give the G2 a B, and I'm going to give the G1 a C. I think that's pretty fair. Contax G1, C. Contax G2, B. Yeah, the G2, a little bit better autofocus. Well, I would say a lot better autofocus, but still, it's not going to be as fast as manual focusing, zone focus, on the fly, you know, having your subjects at different ranges and being able to manually focus at, you know, the quickness speed, the breakneck speed. So now we have a pretty good list going, don't we? We have a pretty good list. I'm pretty proud of myself here. What do you guys think? Any Contax G1, G2 owners out there? You know what? I think that the biggest saving grace of this system are the lenses. The lenses are fantastic, super sharp. And I did enjoy the image quality that I got out of these photos. How will all these cameras rank? This is the great mystery of time. You know, this is what we all live for, right? We're coming on here, we're coming on YouTube. You're saying, Alex, give me the good stuff, you know? Give me the hard-hitting opinions, the non-biased / supremely biased opinion, right? This is what you want. This is what you want out of me, right? What more is there to say? Cameras are like paintbrushes. No, I'm just kidding. Share this video with other people. Comment on the video. Tell me what you think. Give me a thumbs up. You know, watch my episode 1 and episode 2. If you watched episode 3, if this is your starting point and you haven't seen episode 1 and 2 yet, please give that a watch. And stay tuned to the next video. The next video, I think I'm going to do the Fuji X100T. I have that video cooking right now. So thank you very much, everyone. Stay humble. I'll see you again. Goodbye.